the elder's prophecy, Saint Father Arsenius Boca said, "Convert and come back to God, because the red horse of the apocalypse is knocking at the gates of the east. But do not be sad, because salvation will come from there. Persecution will come from the sunset." He said, "You will see and understand the filth around you, the corruption at work in stores, in the state institutions, in leadership, and especially in politics. Unfortunately, it will secretly enter the church, and it will dirty some souls there. People will almost lose hope. Only those who keep their true faith will be saved, and great will then be the glory of God upon them. Corruption and immorality will prevail even within the church, among priests and church leaders. Churches will be destroyed by the communists, but new ones will be built and others will be repaired after the end of communism. But people will have lost faith, and all these churches will be empty. There will be chaos. People's homes will be destroyed. One person will step on another. People will eat and drink. But I and my generation will not be alive to see it," he said. After the fall of communism, he foretold what would follow. He said the red scum, the hammer and sickle, the five-pointed star will disappear. But after that, he means the communist symbols, but they didn't disappear from China, obviously. But after that, the six-pointed star will come, and there will be anarchy, and referring to domination of the world, since God will allow, he said, them to take control of the entire world. Do not be troubled with them, and be faithful, because God is omnipresent, as in Jerusalem, so with us. No one can destroy the church in our hearts, he said. He also said that the devil has been working to corrupt people and destroy the world since ancient times, and his main goal is to control and govern the entire world. He said, "Come back to God, because the red horse is knocking at the gates of the east. But do not be sad, because salvation has come from there. Persecution will come from the sunset." That means obviously the West, I guess. Now, a woman said to Father Arsenius, "Almost all food has been poisoned these days," meaning the chemicals added to the food. Father Arsenius replied to her, "Make the sign of the cross on everything you eat and drink, water, tea, coffee, cookies, the food that you prepare. Before you eat them, over your plate, make the sign of the cross, fruit, bread, and on everything edible. Even if they are poisoned, the sign of the Holy Cross abolishes every poison. The care for daily bread is pressing every day. When God led the Israelites into the desert, he did not ensure them bread for the following days, because the manna from heaven was spoiled. So to ask the Lord only for today's bread, he has advised us, even when we have nothing to eat, to live again by faith. The hermit saints lived with faith as their only condition. They believed in the word of the Lord, having first the care for their salvation, and secondly, taking care of the necessities of their life. And that is why they came to shine like the lilies of the field in the heavenly world. The Father told those who could not pray to start by reading the New Testament, to start with the Gospel of Matthew, and to study with great attention the Sermon of the Mount several times until something of the spirit of the Gospel penetrates their mind. He said of heresies that they go to hell with the Bible in their hands. Father Arsenius Boca prayed to God for the salvation of the Americans, saying, "My God, please do not punish the Americans. Forgive them and have mercy on them, and they are your creations." And God took his spirit and showed him the real state of America, after which Father Arsenius said, "Yes, my God, they deserve to be saved." And immediately after this, he painted in the Dragonescu church. I think Father Arsenius Boca was Romanian or Georgian. It was present in New York skyline, the World Trade Center, burning. This prophesied the attack of 9/11. So he prophesied this attack. He also warned that in the last days, religion will be increasingly interested in ecumenism, and this is one of the greatest heresies of all time. It's the heresy of all heresies. The fall of the church by its own servants, the organs of the West. Its results are the rotten debris that falls. Even if they are bishops and priests, monks or laity, let us return to the holy tradition, to the dogmas and the rules of the Holy Fathers of the 7 ecumenical councils. Otherwise, we go down to hell, including our bishops. God forbid, he said. Only those who hold to their true faith will be saved, and great will then be the glory of God upon them. He said that he is only a messenger of God, and Jesus Christ, their messenger, to guide us in the final apocalyptic era that we live in today. The blessed friend of Blessed Father Arsenius, Saint Demetrius Staniolai, said, Father Arsenius is a unique phenomenon in the history of Christian Orthodox Romanian monasticism. A paradox occurs at his grave. While it's usually freezing there, the flowers on his grave are always in bloom and never wither, burn, or freeze. Winter or summer, his grave is always in bloom and fragrant with colorful flowers. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.